Hi, my name is Rachel Young, and there is something I wanted to tell you about the chips and the cards and the Orlando shooting and global world domination. And the other day, when I went to use my debit card at Walmart to buy some food, it said card declined. Then I went to the ATM and it said card restricted. Then on my break, I called the bank, where you talk to the computer, the machine thing, and it tells you how much money you have. So I didn't have any money taken out of my account. So then the next day I went to the bank, and when I got there, no, before I got there, I called the bank, and she told me I had to come down there to get it fixed. And so when I called her on the phone, as soon as she answered the phone, she said, "Hold, please." I'm thinking, what the fuck? And every time I tried to talk to her, she kept hanging up on me. And I'm thinking, that's fucking weird and rude, but something about it seemed really strange. Maybe this is happening to a lot of people, and maybe she's tired of having to answer everybody. Maybe. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe she really was busy. But when I got to the bank and I told her about it, the restriction on my card, she was telling me that somewhere, she didn't even say where, and I forgot to ask her where, but she said that somebody was trying to buy $300 worth of stuff at Toys R Us using my account. Now, there's no way they could have had my debit card and done it because my debit card is always on me in my pocket. No one ever uses it, so they would have had to use my debit card information from online. And the only place that really has my debit card information is eBay. And eBay is supposed to be a secure site. Yes, I know, you're probably thinking hackers can get into any account. I know. But to me, I don't think anybody hacked into my account from eBay because that's the only site that I've bought anything from is only eBay. So, when I got to the bank, she told me that I had to close that card down and I had to order a new card. And she said it would take like 7 days for it to come in the mail. And then I have to wait like 3 more days for the PIN number to come in the mail. But then the next day I was thinking even deeper. I was thinking about what if she's lying. I know you're thinking, she's not lying. She's the bank lady. She's not lying. But you know what? When you think about this, what I'm about to tell you, you might think twice about the other part that I'm about to tell you. The Great Depression that happened in the 1930s, a lot of you probably don't know the reason why it was called the Great Depression. The reason why it was called the Great Depression is because when banks were first starting out, because they came over somewhere from Europe, and then the banks came over to America. And at first, the regular people like you and I, they did not want to put their money in these banks because it seemed very strange and weird and new to them, and something about it probably didn't seem right, which is what they should have been thinking. It doesn't seem right. But the banks used propaganda and brainwashing and stuff, so they finally got the people to convince them that it's okay and it's safe to put their money in these banks, right? And you've heard the saying, money is the root of all evil, and money was probably created by reptilians too. So, when the people went to go get the money out of their bank accounts, they could not get any of the money out of their bank accounts. The banks had pretty much stolen everybody's money. That's why it was called the Great Depression, because once the banks stole everybody's money, it left many, many people, I don't know how many, but lots of people. It left so many people so poor they could barely even survive and eat and live. And on top of that, back in around the 1930s, I was reading somewhere that it was saying that everybody had to give up their gold to the banks. And if you didn't give your gold to the banks, you would go into jail for about 10 years. Now that's freaking crazy. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's just retarded. But when I think about the gold thing, about them needing all the gold, it makes me think of the reptilians, because the reptilians wanted to mine for gold and use the gold for maybe, I don't know if they came from this planet or another planet, but that's kind of like a whole other story. But I'm pretty sure the reptilians wanted the gold, so the reptilians told the bankers, because the reptilians, they control the bankers, and the reptilians told the bankers to tell everyone to give their gold to the banks so the banks can give it to the reptilians. Isn't that some crazy shit? I know it's crazy, and most of you are probably thinking this doesn't make any sense, what you're saying, but look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about if you look it up. I mean, you might already know what I'm talking about. But anyways, what if the bank teller is lying just to get me to get a new card with that chip in it? I bet you that new card I'm going to get in the mail, I bet it's going to have a chip. And I bet you nobody tried to use my account. She probably made that shit up, because she didn't even say where. And there was the way she seemed, something about it just didn't seem right at all. So when I get that card in the mail, I'll find out if it has a chip or not. But they're probably, if it does, she probably was lying, because if you think about the bank thing in the 1930s, and what makes you think something crazy with these banking systems is never going to happen again? We're just going to live in a sunshiny, happy place where nothing goes wrong with the banks and the money system? Alex Jones always talks about how the money system is going to collapse eventually. Maybe when the new presidency happens, and if they try to put Obama into a third term, which you're not allowed to be in a third term of presidency. You can only do 2 terms. That's the maximum amount. And if they try to put him into a third term, that's going to cause mass chaos, because they're not going to choose, my boyfriend was saying, they're probably not going to choose Hillary. Like, I wouldn't choose Hillary or Trump, and Hillary and Trump are the only 2 people right now that's in the lead to be president. And then Trump, you know how he'll say whatever's on his mind. Trump will just say whatever he wants. He don't give a fuck what he says. And my boyfriend was saying he'll talk about conspiracy theories. Oh, you know the government politics, they will not let you talk about conspiracy theories. Because if they're afraid if you do talk about it, you'll blow their cover, and then, you know, they'll get you and stuff or whatever. But if that happens with Obama, them trying to make him have a third term, if that causes mass chaos, that's going to create what is called martial law. Martial law happens if mass chaos ever happens. The military and the police come in and try to, I guess, take over. But what if the so-called American government, what if they're allowing ISIS? My dad always talks about and on these other sites and stuff and articles that I read talking about ISIS coming into America, I'm pretty sure that the whatever evil elite that's in America is probably allowing ISIS to come in here. That way, when the new presidency happens, it's going to cause chaos. That way, the people from ISIS are probably going to round up the American citizens, of what Alex Jones and Jesse Ventura be talking about. Round us up and put us in these Femma camps, which is pretty much mostly put us in military bases, which sucks because we live close to a military base. Of course, right? Freaking military. But then, if they put us in these military bases, guess what they're going to do? Let's see, probably kill us. So, I'm pretty sure we probably all need to be stocking up on food and water, because you never know what is going to happen with this new presidency. And the Orlando shooting was most likely probably a tool so they can take our guns away. So the elite can bring the ISIS in. Our guns are gone. That way we can't defend ourselves. And that way we go to these camps. Somehow we got to figure out a way for this to not happen. But this is the vibe that I'm getting from all the information that I'm hearing and reading and watching on videos and stuff. But tell me your thoughts. And yeah. But that's all I have for right now, I think. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Bye.